When most people hear the word jail, they picture steel bars and orange jumpsuits. But today, that picture looks a little different. Due to state and federal budget cuts over the past 20 years, Michigan has closed 3/4 of its 16 state psychiatric hospitals, forcing Oakland County Jail to deal with a new kind of inmate.
When I became the sheriff, which is about 16 years ago, we had about 8% on psychotropic meds, diagnosed and actually medication related to their mental health challenges. Now it fluctuates somewhere north of 30%.
Entire sections, or blocks, of the jail have been built and dedicated specifically for prisoners dealing with severe mental illness. K Block can hold up to 25 male inmates who have extreme mental health problems or are deemed suicidal. This unit requires constant watch with a minimum of 3 deputies on duty at all times.
We do a lot of jail diversions. A lot of mentally ill people don't come to jail. The ones that don't have it, there's nowhere else to put them, we get them. And we had to make up for what the state can't do by building this part of our facility to take care of them.
Would you have seen this kind of a facility like 15, 20 years ago in a jail?
No.
Female inmates can be found on the second floor, where a special area has merely 6 single-cell units for those who pose a threat to themselves or others.
This is our dual-purpose pod. So 2 through 7 obviously would be for people who have mental health issues or suicidal, maybe not suicidal, but have a lot of depression or on like a behavior watch. We would put them in 2 through 7. They're single-celled. They're in there so they can't hurt themselves. Then the rest of the cells we have in here are for our maximum security females and or disciplinary problems. They can't get along in general population. They have trouble with authority. They have trouble with other inmates. They generally just can't be in a full pod. And I would say 8 out of 10 probably are on some sort of psych medication when they come in. Every one of them is bipolar. Every one of them is depressed. And a lot more now we're seeing PTSD. A lot of them are coming with PTSD. So it's more and more and more. And I would say 12 years ago when I worked down here, it was not as bad.
For some inmates, Oakland County Jail acts as a revolving door they pass in and out of as their medication wears off.
Here they get medicated. After a process of time, that medication takes hold. They become more part of society. They get released. They stop taking their medicine. They're going to end up back in here.
While there are diversion programs in place to filter nonviolent offenders out of jail and into community health facilities, officials told me they still feel overwhelmed and are doing everything they can to deal with the problem.
We were recently approached by the federal government and asked about some grant money. And out of all the issues that we face, we asked the grant money to be focused on delivering mental health services in a jail setting and diverting those with mental health issues out of the jail before they get there.
There seems to be no clear solution to the mental health epidemic flooding our institutions, which begs the question, who is responsible for taking care of the mentally ill in our society? And where do you draw the line between criminality and disability? Questions Michigan legislators will hopefully answer in the near future. Reporting in Oakland County, Kayla Brandon, ONTV News.